What is up, everybody? It is good to be back. It has been a long time, man. A lot has happened in those 3 weeks, man. But I'm finally here and back with you guys, posting some more gym workouts. Today I decided to hit quads, and I started out with some closed stance squats. With slow tempo. So I was doing this before I got injured, but these are very helpful for me. I found a lot of like progress, doing closed stance squats. I feel like this is perfectly fine to do in case you want to try them. I always suggest that you should stretch really good before you hit legs and do this movement. What I didn't show is like my warm up for this. Right now I'm actually standing on like a 45 plate, but before I did this exercise, I just kind of did some just some air squats on the plate with heel elevation, just to kind of like warm up those joints really for this movement, because it requires a lot of focus on my part to try to keep my balance and stay upright when doing this. And for every quad day I do, man, it's gotta be like the worst out of the leg days, because I separate my leg days between hamstrings and quads. I feel like quads is the most physically taxing. I mean, hamstrings suck too, but there's nothing like a brutal quad day, man. It's pretty bad in my opinion anyway. But yeah, this is it's just really trying to get back into doing most of these leg movements. I felt like a little rusty this night. This was like around 11 or 10 p.m. at night. And it is what it is, man. I got to get back to trying to get that strength back in my legs. My calves are, they're what they look like because of, the injuries to my Achilles. Tearing both of your Achilles is not fun. Especially the more recent one, my right one. But I'm not, totally upset about it. It's just gotta, put in that consistency and that work, for the last couple of weeks, man, I've been still having problems with my car. And it's not until just recently I got my car fixed. So I'm able to come back to the gym and post more workout videos. That last video that I did when I told you guys that I'm finally back, yeah, my car light broke down again. So I was dealing with that. I had to pay like $2,000 in repairs, and I had to pay some more money to get like a new radiator and a new fan for my engine. All these things, man. Plus I've been working a lot more. So been just trying to find time to come back and post on this channel, man, because I really love posting these videos. But even that, I've been trying to see if I should maybe go in a different direction with my career path. I know that a lot of you guys know that I'm an actor, so acting for this year has been a complete wash. So I haven't really been getting that many auditions. So that was a big part of my income. And as far as YouTube, it's been really up and down. So you gotta really think. I have to really think about a lot of stuff, for my future. So I thought about, I don't know, maybe the Air Force. I don't know. I'm not really, I haven't really pulled the trigger on that just yet. I'm just looking at options, So you gotta really think about these things, man, because when you're on this type of journey that I'm on, maybe it's time to look at some other things, but it sometimes sucks to have to come to that revelation. But it's it's only for, it's only to better myself, and it's only to make sure that I have a better future. Because sometimes when you're being like a content creator, shit's up and down. It's really hard to make a living with just content creation alone. But it's not impossible though. So all I'm saying is it's good to have a plan B, C, or D, But I haven't completely given up. I'm still gonna keep posting. So it's just something that I've been thinking about lately, But right here, I did some leg press. And this is a variation where my feet are lower than where people, I guess, are where you could normally place them. This is specific to just quads. As you can see, my mobility is very bad. And that's mainly due to, of course, my Achilles and the injuries that I've had to them. I tried to go a bit lower, but it's really hard for me to get any lower than this. I still felt my quads. The only reason I came over here and did leg press is because there was somebody already on the leg extension machine. I get a chance to do some leg extensions too, but I just wanted to kind of try this out to see if I could, get some good contraction out of my quads. And I'm realizing that I'm gonna have to really better my mobility with my ankle if I want to be able to get a better full range of motion, because that's as low as I can really go. But I don't advise anybody to tear their Achilles, man. I mean, it's really arbitrary how you tear it, but it just really trying to get back into what that full range of motion. It takes some time, because on certain movements you just can't go as low, or you can't just be as flexible as you once was, and it takes time, man. It just takes time. But I went for another set here, and honestly, it's not like a terrible exercise or a movement. I just wish that I could go a little bit lower. And if you're going to attempt this, I would suggest like not locking out your knees, because I've seen some pretty horrific injuries with this. Not to scare anybody, but just don't fully lock out your knees. Like, you might think that I am right here, but I really am not. I'm making sure that my knees are not locking out completely. You want to contract, but you don't want to like lock your knees out, because that shit could, I don't even want to get into it, but it could be ugly. It could be very ugly. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, just look up some stuff. Look up leg press injuries on YouTube, and you'll see what the hell I'm talking about. I mean, they're not very nice to see. So, but I mean, if you, this is a variation where, it hits your quads. If you put your feet up higher, that's more hamstrings and glutes. And I think that if you put your feet further apart, I think that works like the inside of your inner thigh, I believe. So, I feel like this is, known to be true. I used to put my feet far apart when doing leg press, and I felt more so my inner thighs than anything. But I never really actually tried to do it like, put my feet in a different position. But one thing's for certain, I do feel it when I put my feet higher. It's definitely hitting the glutes and the hamstrings there. So I eventually got to go to the leg extension machine. And with leg extensions, I tried to get some good angles on this. I really wasn't able to get some good shots on this, but tried to do my best to show my quads. But I did about 3 or 4 sets on this, and slow and controlled reps. I don't try to go too fast on this. I make sure that I give like some full contractions on each rep, because I've seen better results with slow and contracting at the top than slowly controlling the negatives. That's been very crucial to my quad growth, and I felt some pretty, every time I do this this way, my quads are always sore, after I'm done. And that's what you want, man. There's nothing worse than, completing a leg day, then like 2 days later, you don't feel sore. Unless you are frequently working out legs, that's how you really know you had a really good leg day. Yeah, that is it. Like if you're sore as fuck, like it's always the second day. It's always the second day. That second day comes around, damn, I can't walk. Oh my God, my hamstrings are cramping up. My quads are on fire. That's how you know you had a good leg day. But that's what I get from this machine. I used to make the mistake and just try to like crank out as many reps as possible, but slow and controlled, I'm telling you, you can see me like, fucking wanting to cry right here because I'm like, damn, this shit's fucking burning. It's just such a great way to really fully stretch and contract your quads, man. It's hard. I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible to do this. I mean, you just got to make sure that you're really challenging yourself and making sure that you're fully contracting. Try to hold it hold those negatives as long as possible. Then when you go back up, just boom, contraction, baby. And I promise you'll see some good leg growth from that, especially your quads. But I think after this, I did some lunges and I started off with some 40s and I did about 3 sets of this. Strangely enough, when I do these lunges on quad day, I make sure that I do like short steps. And when I was doing this, I kind of didn't feel my quads. Normally, what it is, I have a tendency to do lunges a lot earlier in my exercises. So, I don't know, but I do increase the weight. I think it might be because I'm doing maybe like lower weight here. Normally I do 55s and maybe 40s was just too light for me, but I did 2 sets with 40s. Then on my last set, I did 50s. And those 50s, I felt like maybe that was the right amount of weight. But I just didn't want to like go too heavy and not feel my quad and not have that good like mind muscle connection. Because I could have gone super heavy, but then I don't think I would be feeling my quads as much because I'd be just trying to hurry up and get it over with. I want to be able to slowly contract the quad, then rise back up and then change legs. It's all about tempo, in my opinion, when it comes to lunges. You don't want to try to rush this stuff because you want to be able to feel it in each step. It's gonna burn like hell, but that's exactly what you want. You don't want to go super fast. You want to be able to go down, contract, rise up, then switch legs and keep that tension on your leg. Sometimes you do have to stop, and sometimes you do have to stop, then do one leg, then stop again, and that's fine. But you just want to have like quality reps. Like right here, I'm like, damn, this shit's burning. But you just want to be able to challenge yourself, and that's what I found the most effective. Right here, I was like, damn, I gotta put this shit down. Lunge, the thing about lunges, man, it seems to never get easier. As much as I do them, I feel like it never gets easy. It just never gets easier. I don't know what it is. They always suck. They always do. But I know that it's effective and I get a lot of great benefits out of doing them. So I don't want to stop doing it, but that's why you have to have that strong mentality when you do quads, man, because quads, it's the most, I feel, in my opinion, it's the most taxing leg day to do. Sometimes when I need to do quads and the night of when I'm going to hit quads, my body's like, hey, bruh, do we really want to do quads today? I mean, we don't have to do quads. I mean, we can always do some shoulders, maybe even some chest, arms perhaps. No! You gotta like shut down that little voice in your head and just go after it, man, and get that leg workout done. Because your body, at least for me, or my mind, will do everything in its power to make me feel like maybe you should just put it off until maybe the next couple days, or now it's a week, now it's 2 weeks, or maybe we should get the PC booted up and play some Black Myth Wukong, you know? We gotta keep on streaming, man. Nah, bruh. We're doing this leg workout tonight, or whichever time we said that we were gonna do it, we doing it. No ifs, ands, or buts. But you know, that's just sometimes how my mind works, man. When you know you gotta do something and you hate to do it, or you just don't feel like doing it, your mind will literally try to like make you not do it, or it'll make excuses for yourself to not do it, man. And you have to somehow make your mind work in your favor, you know? It's really interesting how our minds work, man, and from a psychological point, you know. I know that legs are very important, but knowing that it makes me feel a little uncomfortable doing it, and it may not be my favorite muscle to hit, mainly because of my recent injuries, my mind recognizes that, and it's like, you know what, let's just stay in our comfort zone and just not even attempt to even train our legs. Hell no. We gotta say fuck it and do it anyway. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way you're gonna have growth, you know? So, you know, that's just sometimes the constant battle that we have, you know, in our minds, you know? And that could be applied to literally anything in life, you know? You know, going up to talk to a attractive person that you find fancy, you know how your mind just says, oh man, she's probably taken, she's probably, you know, married, she might be mean or rude. You don't know her. You don't know anything about her. She could be the sweetest person ever, but you'll never know unless you go talk to her, man. I should probably take my own advice. But anywho, you just gotta push past those negative thoughts, those walls that are holding you back, man. I think that's pretty much what a lot of us have to deal with, or is dealing with, in some similar circumstances, you know. I think that sometimes we are always hard on ourselves when it comes to trying to achieve a better version of ourselves. I think that we are sometimes our own worst enemies, you know? And I think that that's been a pretty accurate description of my life up until this point. I think that a lot of the stuff that I've dealt with, whether it be, emotionally, psychologically, and, you know, in that realm of understanding, I would say that I've been my own worst enemy in a lot of things, man. And you gotta like be able to recognize that and just not self-sabotage yourself, man. A lot of the times you gotta recognize that you are enough. You are a very diligent, dedicated, determined, motivated, resilient, respectful, and confident person, man. If you want to go get something, you can go get it, man. Don't be afraid to fail. I think a lot of times I've been afraid to just fail, but I think that failing is not as horrible as people perceive it to be. Yeah, failing does suck. You know, taking L's is not something that anybody wants to really do, right? But you also have to try. And if you're not failing, then you're not trying, in my opinion. You gotta try, man. If you want something, you gotta like at least attempt to go get it, you know, and then you'll know if you can do it. And don't just give up, you know, if it doesn't work out. Keep at it, man. A lot of the times people achieve what they want in life because they keep fucking trying. They never fall off the horse. No matter how many L's they take, they're like, I don't care. I'm gonna stick with it until there's no more breath in my body, you know, to my last breath. And you gotta have that type of mentality, man, because let me tell you, man, this world will beat you up and spit you out, man. And you gotta have the wherewithal to just fight through it. It does suck. Don't get me wrong, man. I'm not the most strong, mentally tough person out there. I just know that a lot of us go through this stuff. You know, a lot of us might go through trials and tribulations, man, and it's like, you know, we fold because maybe we take a couple of L's, man. But it's just a part of life, man. And eventually you're gonna get it, man. You're gonna get it, and then you can look back and say, man, if I had given up at this point in my life, fuck, I would have never gotten what I was meant to get, you know. And I that's how I always look at things now that I'm older and I'm a little bit more wiser. There's always going to be times where I doubt myself, of course. There's going to be times where you feel like, you know, inadequate, or you feel like, you know, oh man, the hell with this stuff. This shit ain't working, you know. But you got to just keep fighting, man, and keep looking past all that negative talk, because you got to make sure that you think highly of yourself, not like in an arrogant and conceited way, but in a very respectful and confident manner. You know, like you understand that, yeah, I can do this. You know, I may have, you know, tripped and stumbled and scraped my knee, but I'm gonna get back up and try it again, man. That's all you can do. And eventually you're gonna break through. Eventually you're gonna get that new job, that new promotion, that new partner or girlfriend or whatever whoever you find fancy, or you're gonna get that new car, like whatever you want. Eventually, if you keep trying, you're gonna get it, man. But yeah, right here, did some calves. You know, obviously my calves are small because you know why, but yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm contracting and doing slow and controlled reps. It's gonna definitely take some time to get them, you know, bigger. I even had one of my friends told me that maybe I should go like on a little mini bulk. That might help a lot, actually, because before I got injured, I was thinking about just, you know, leaning out, but we'll see. But this is pretty much the end of the workout, guys. I hope you enjoyed up until this point. I plan on trying to get back to this channel, man, because I miss posting on here, but I hadn't planned on my car fucking up and not having any transportation to get to the gym. Been trying to work with this schedule with my job and just, you know, trying to figure out what else I should really do with my career at this point. But, you know, I'm not giving up with content creation. I'm gonna stay with it. I think that there's opportunity here for me, even though I can't really see it just yet. Just gotta have faith in yourself, man, and try to help, and just try to, you know, if you have goals and you have dreams, don't let them die, because once you give up, you know for damn sure that shit ain't working. So yeah, I might be a little inconsistent here. As long as I'm keeping up with trying to be more consistent and be motivated, and you know, sometimes you ain't gonna be motivated. That's just normal. You're not gonna always be motivated, but you gotta always try. Just try. Put forth that effort, you know, and don't try to compare yourself, you know. So that's what I'm going with from here on out, you know. Content creation is not for everybody. I do believe that I can make something of this channel or my other channels, and you know, we'll see what the future holds, man. But you guys take care, and I'll see you the next one. Peace.